that whole thing, obviously, but if it is exactly what they're saying it is, I don't know about that one. But I would say something's definitely going on under the ground there. So I would say it's a high likely that I don't know about these guys being right, but my idea being right, like a general idea. They're saying they have specific areas. You know what I'm saying? They're saying they're seeing all the discovered rooms, and they're saying they're seeing more undiscovered rooms, areas, and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Something fishy's been going on in Egypt, dude. They've locked everyone out, the whole rest of the world out of even digging or doing any kind of archaeological stuff there for decades. Like, I don't know.
It's that one dude, I can't even say his name, bro. Zawahawi fucking Hamas or whatever his name is. He's like the spokesperson for all that shit. He looks like a evil Indiana Jones character.
I had a question about that. How do they take those shots from aerial or down below the ground?
I don't know. What's your question, bro?
Did they take when they took these this, like, I don't know what this machine was, it aerial above the ground, or because someone said it was taken from satellite, so it must be above the ground looking down. Then when you see I see some shots of what they took, but it's from the side.
Well, there's video of that guy I was mentioning, I can't get his name right, going under like the Sphinx and different areas and stuff, like talking about, they're opening up chambers that have never been opened before and doing all sorts of stuff, and then basically saying that there's nothing there. That never happened, like trying to cover up his tracks, but it's all on video. So
because that was forbidden. What happened is, like, there's some people who protect the pyramids. It's like some kind of organization. And what happened is they were looking underneath the Sphinx, and they said that there are possible more rooms. Then the Egyptian government said, like, that's it, it's finished. There's no more explanation. There's no.
There's hieroglyphs. There's hieroglyphs. I don't remember exactly which ones. I could find it if you're really interested. But it shows like Gaza, like the Pyramid of Gaza, and a lot of these pyramids, and it shows something being under them, like almost like a library, like a record of some sort. So I don't know. I mean, to me that's pretty strong evidence something's there just from what they left behind. Through the hieroglyphic depictions.
There's a lot of controversy saying they didn't build them, they did build them, they just used them.
Well, I've heard Brian Forrester talk about how all that stuff's interconnected. Like there's long corridors interconnecting all of those megalithic sites in Egypt. So he basically says that 90% of it's below the surface, not even talked about. So I don't know, man. If all that's to be true, dude, it's like it creates a whole new narrative on how all that was constructed and the timeline and the technology behind it. Just our whole world, our whole world story, human story changes. So
that's the big question, isn't it? The construction of it.
Well, it's in my opinion, it points at technology we don't necessarily have or understand, and technology that they probably 99% more than likely don't want us to understand or know about, because that's like tapping into this whole free energy possibility thing, which is which is the thing that would essentially relinquish us from being under control. If we had free energy, dude, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. I'll tell you that. As far as just the entirety of humanity.
I think they tapped into that. That's what we're paying for, electricity. Because you look in every country, every country has almost the same power lines, and then when you stand under those power lines, it's like they're buzzing, and you feel a bit.
It's horrible, dude. It's unsightly. It's like, you go out to like the most beautiful cities, dude, and you just look at the fucking power grid they've got there, dude. It's telephone poles everywhere, wires, and it's just fucking horrible, dude. It's better than drinking birds and shit, but still, it's I'm sure we could do a lot better.
Even the substations, they're weird. When you think of the substations, there's some remote ones, and you think like, why is it in the middle of nowhere? It's not even near anywhere.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a lot better putting it underground than fucking telephone poles, man. Holy shit. I got some fucking videos going viral about some kid being over at looking at one of the pyramids in Egypt, and there's like one of those drum things overhead. That was pretty interesting.
I've seen.
Got your own problems, bro. Well, it's official. Toyota came out and said they're no longer sponsoring the LGBTQ parades and events any longer. So
It's still going strong in England, that's for sure.
what's going on with the Trump going after the cartels? Is there any fucking? I haven't heard anything on that. I know he was like preparing to do something, but I don't know if he ever got to it.
Whatever's being done is done under wraps. Once he made them a terrorist organization, that greenlit to the use of special forces against them. And so whatever's being done is not public.
Oh, okay. It's like a military operation at this point. That makes sense.
The classification he put on them actually allows us to drone strike them now.
Yeah, they're probably shaking in their boots. It's about time, We can't have that problem. We got too many Americans.
It's about time we ended our guerrilla warfare activities in Mexico. I mean, we did create the cartels.
Oh yeah. We gave them fucking guns back in Operation Fast and Furious too.
Oh
I
yeah.
I watched Sicario last night. That was exciting.
The main one is we set them up back during the Cold War. It was the front to
I don't know
destabilize
what's going on
Mexico.
with your mic, bro. Sounds like you're in war right now.
I'm in the wind.
Sounds like you're under attack, bro. What were you saying, Jeremy? You watched what? You said you watched Ice Age or something.
Sicario. The sequel to Ice Age.
I was just looking into that Gene Hackman thing. That's a while back, I suppose. But wow, I didn't look into it too much. I was more looking into that hantavirus or whatever it is, and watching Sam Bailey just destroy it. Basically, she's like, "Yeah, this is bullshit."
That's the one from like rodents and stuff, right?
Well, I'd post the video, but I can't, I suppose. So what's the video called? I just watched it. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called
I'm not gonna watch it.
Hollywood Hantavirus or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting because his estate is still not settled. And he's got like 3 kids, so you'd think they'd get it. It's called Hollywood's Hantavirus. Dr. Sam Bailey. It's on YouTube.
Mate, I come into France this year. There must have been about 40 viruses. Just made them up.
But it is interesting. I mean, he were like 95, so I mean, you know, it's a good innings. She were like 65 though, so it's a little bit more suspicious, I think. Although it's still kind of old, but his estate was worth $80 million, so that's a lot of money, isn't it? You know, a lot of money involved. These weird things happen around that, especially when there's a will, and then they've got these 3 kids. They might not get that money.
You on a Honda Crunch?
What?
Damn it, Andy can't understand you, bro. You're fucking up.
I'm on a Honda Crunch.
Yeah. Do you know what they are?
No. Try and use your words like a big boy.
Well, like
I thought that was like
years ago, a
serious,
Honda.
Andy.
It's the Honda. It had an automatic clutch. You just crunched it into the gear, innit?
How he sounds to you, Andy, is how you sound to me, bro. Just a
Yeah,
little
for
less.
real. We never know what Shilly's saying, so.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm not the best at English. I'm African.
Are you?
The topic here, guys.
That's what the problem is.
Yeah, I'm Swahili.
Oh
Nice
God. All right. You got gold over there?
Plenty. Come.
Yeah, we might be able to work something out.
I invite you. I'll send you something better than gold.
What you gonna send him?
Some love.
Some what?
Have a look at this.
What is it called?
I think he said love, dude. I'll take the gold though.
Are you gonna
It comes
send
in the
him
love.
some love? I
Jungle
thought he
love.
said love too. I thought he said love too, but I was like, that doesn't really make sense. So I must have not been able to understand him.
I said it comes with love.
Yeah, what is it?
Everything.
What are you gonna mail Dicelo?
I want some of that gold and them Congo diamonds.
He said he wants a blood diamond.
No, this ain't Congo diamonds. Look, you can see it. If you pay attention, you'll see. Tell me what you think. It's a really bad video, but there is a proper one, but I can't send you the proper one.
Hold on, where am I looking? I don't see anything in Livestream 1.
No, I'm just going to post it to you in DM.
Oh, just gold nuggets?
So have a look. I have to find it. I put it somewhere.
All right, man. Die slow. What's under the pyramid, dude? Do you think there's a high chance that that's true?
I mean, Ken Wheeler's talking about it, so I'm on board, bro.
Yo, if this guy wanted to open up a compound, all right, you'd probably move in with him.
Yeah, I'd be fixing his windows and shit for him, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be breaking shit just to fix it so I could stay employed. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah.
What I wonder, Jeremy, was your return trip yesterday successful?
Yeah, it
He
was
said it
fine.
was. He said it was all right.
And
It was
it's
all
not
right.
green.
It was all right.
Oh,
Hold on, man. We're trying to get down. It was all right. They're trying to get down to these pyramids, bro. This stuff they found in their pyramids. You think it's legit?
they extrapolated. They definitely got data of something being there, but what they extrapolated into being, I think, is a little far fetched. And the one of the guys on the study, he was a main speaker at a UFO convention a couple years back, and he's written books about like uh, demons or UFOs or demons, and he's already got like a preconceived notion on what the
Yeah,
pyramids
but
is.
bro, what if he likes to beat his wife though? So what? Like, if the things are under the if the guy, I don't know, how does that play in?
So yeah, I'm not. That's why I led with they for sure have data of something being there that we didn't know was there before. But as far as like what they finalized, what they've extrapolated it to be specifically, like tubes with spirals around them, there are certain things the data doesn't show explicitly that a lot of it is coming from the guy that has a preconceived notion on what the pyramids are to him. So it's like playing into how he's perceiving the data. That's the only reason I point that out.
Yeah, no doubt. Some people are gonna say it's UFO. Some people are gonna say we were more advanced. Some people are gonna say God did it. I'm sure, yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's there,
Well, we
well,
can't even get into
Piezo,
who or how. We gotta, yeah. I mean, we gotta know what the fuck's there to begin with, dude, before we
yeah,
can even start speculating. But the facts of the matter is, yeah, that Paizo shit, bro. Because that pyramid was covered in limestone, dude. Like what you
no,
see
I was gonna
now
say
isn't what.
Piezo. The guy Piezo brought some stuff to my attention the other day about the temperature and how humans couldn't even have been in there doing that because it's too hot or something. Which I don't know. There's probably workarounds for, but I don't know.
Yeah, the one of the guy on the research team, his speculation for how they even put it down there, like he has this whole write up about how like they filled chambers of the pyramid of water, and the thing in the king's chamber that's supposed to be a coffin, when the water fills up in certain chambers, it creates a resonant frequency that causes the thing to dig. But yeah, no, there's a whole write up and like theory that goes along with this whole thing from the people who put it out there.
Well, Ken was saying that it
No,
basically the whole thing was capped in limestone, dude. Even those columns are in limestone, and that is like a huge. It has like a huge dielectric capacitance to it, and the copper windings going around those 8 columns and shit, all the way down to the base, from the top to the base, like would have generated a huge amount of piezoelectricity that would
But,
have basically arced out of the gold cap that was once there,
but see, this
hold on.
ionizing
I'm
the
talking.
atmosphere, around it, and creating like this crazy electrical discharge and like a blue glowing effect.
Yeah, the
It
thing is,
was
I was
good.
talking. Yeah, no, I was talking about the things underneath it though. It's so hot down there, and he had an example of stuff that's done now where they actually had to introduce shafts and like basically AC the place so that workers can even get in there. Otherwise, you just fry up.
Ken's saying it was all poured in place.
the write up from the guys, they do not speculate, or first what I've first seen and what I've read, they don't speculate that those are copper windings around columns. They're supposed to be spiral walkways that go down to those larger chambers. The giant squares that the pillars are on top of, those spirals are supposed to be walkways that go down to those chambers.
That's what I'm saying. Like we don't even have enough information to really be speculating. I think
Helter
I don't know if
Skelter.
it's we don't know if it's copper. We don't know if it's a staircase. Like we're just kind of speculating right now off the cuff, but which is fine. I'm all for it. But
No,
yeah,
they've said that there's stairways, spiral stairways coming down on the outside of the columns.
There's this theory that these steps and stairways that we're seeing, that they're not actually steps and stairways. There's this concept called waveguides. I posted a video for it, but they're basically like waveguides. Just imagine like a 3D spatial geometry created for waves to travel through. And the steps are not steps for humans to walk through. The steps are actually forming and shaping the waves. And well, the reason why I said all that is because this could be a possibility. Same thing applied to those things, twisting. Even if they
just
do look like
concave Earth, right?
steps, no, it's nothing to do with concave Earth. I don't talk about concave Earth in here. Okay. So with those things twisting around, could also potentially be some kind of a waveguide. That's it. I posted the video for this theory, by the way.
Could have been a turbine. Is it a turbine?
The turbine, bro.
You could spiral something, have a spiral thing like that, and have it be a turbine. No,
No, bro. It's not how that works.
That's exactly how it works.
A turbine is, you know, it oscillates off a central point. And this is fixed.
It
So,
rotates.
no, nothing.
Yeah. This can't rotate.
No, it's a fucking column, bro. It's a pillar going
How do you
straight
know?
fucking down 2 kilometers into the
You don't
fucking
know if it's
ground.
copper or what it is. I mean, I don't know. How do you know it doesn't rotate?
Oh, like a drill bit?
I mean, something. Maybe there's an outer shell on it that rotates. I'm just saying. I don't know how you know all that.
I be knowing shit, bro. You know? Better find out about me. No, I don't know. I don't know. And you could be right. But I'm saying, like, that's the problem. We don't have enough fucking information. We're just gonna be speculating until the fucking cows come home, dude. Like,
It's because they've stultified us from doing archaeology there for decades.
so supposedly, from what Ken was saying, is that the Nile cuts through there, like right underneath the Nile fucking cuts through. And he said something about the salinity changing, the flux and the reflux of this piezo effect. I don't know. You'd have to watch the video, bro. He got all fucking crazy with it, but there's more facts there that have to be laid out and addressed before we could start speculating on how and the why and the what's, you know. But you know, the point is now we know there's more to be seen, and hopefully we get the clearance to freaking, you know, get further into it. They don't just cut it off from us.
I'm just wondering what else is going on in the world because you know, they always bring some shit up like this when they're doing some other skullduggery. So I've seen enough geophys to know that they get it wrong quite a lot, and I don't know if they've got some new technology I'm unaware of, which could be, I suppose. But yeah, how do they know it's just, you know, some change in density down there or something like that?
Did you check the message size though?
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. So about 100 years old, you know that.
So that's kind of native to your
No,
area.
have a look in the middle. Look at the signature on it. It's signed.
I can't read, bro.
Oh, okay.
But who's it signed by? I don't know. Like
a
probably
famous
would.
jeweler. It's a well,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
probably
signed.
wouldn't know.
It's just carrying the name. But you know that's going to be like super high quality.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like the color of that gem.
It's
Dude.
not green. It's blue.
Nah. Yeah, it's a blue. It's like a freaking.
That's what they call
Crazy.
vivid blue. It's one of the rarest things in the world.
Yeah, that's that's one thing about blue. Nature often doesn't put out a lot of things that are blue, contrary to the appearance of the sky. But yeah, it's blue flowers, blue bugs,
we could
blue gems.
barely make a blue LED light.
We had
that whole blue LED.
We found a yellow one. That when they cut it, because it was like about 50 carats, but when they cut it, it was white. It turned into a white one, which is very common. So you get the color, but then when you cut and polish it, it goes to white.
Yeah, man, the blue LED. It took them. They worked on it for like decades or some shit. Like they had red and green. All you need now is blue, and you can, you know, do the whole RGB thing. You can make all the colors out of that. That's why we have all the LEDs. Like if they didn't invent that LED light, the blue one, like I don't know if you'd have like the TVs and stuff we do now. It'd be like plasma or something. You'd have to do something else because they couldn't make the full spectrum until they got the blue one.
You know what?
They
The
were
most
only using
complicated.
LEDs for mad long. They were only using LEDs for like old school alarm clocks. You know, lights to know if something was on or off. Like they weren't doing anything with it because you couldn't do anything with it real until you had the blue one, and they couldn't make the blue one.
You know what the most complicated color to make is? The most complicated color, period. You probably know, Jeremy, because I already told you. But does anyone else? Does anyone else got a guess?
What's wrong with my guess?
Well, I'm just saying you probably know because I've already talked about it in here.
Yeah, dude, you think this color is like magical or some shit?
I mean, it's defies the quantum physicist, bro. It doesn't even make logical sense, bro.
Quantum physics color, it's got to be pussy pink.
Well, if you're referring to magenta, supposedly magenta doesn't even exist.
See, that's interesting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Nothing conversation. Yahweh, that'd be interesting if they just use that earthquake technology. Maybe speculation, obviously. But what if they did that to destroy the Dome of the Rock, so they could build that third temple? That would be interesting. Because if they're doing this red effort shit, then yeah, I'd expect that's the next thing to go. Would be the Dome.
They'd have to, as far as like for them, they believe they have to prepare Solomon's Memorial Stone correctly. They can't just be blowing it up or anything like that. Like the base of the rock itself, what it's on top of, was supposedly was hewn from one piece of rock, and so the rock that it sits on itself is part of everything. So they can't do anything to destroy that rock as well. So the way they have to take the dome down is like kind of particular as well.
Didn't the Doc? Can you mute your mic locally, please? Didn't they? Did they create these like heifers? Like, didn't they genetically modify them or something like that?
A breeding program. Red cows exist already.
I know. I'm just saying, wouldn't that be against the thing though? That because it's supposed to just come about naturally, isn't it?
No. You breed cows. No. You breed the livestock.
No, he's not talking about breeding. He's talking about genetically modified cows. Like he's talking about going against nature, right? Defying God, right? And using man's hands to usher in the fucking end of the world, bro.
I know what he's saying, Dicelo, and I'm trying to be explicit where I said that no, the program was a breeding program. I live in cow country, got plenty of ranches of red cows. It's just the better you breed them, the more better their fleece or their coat's going to be. And so that was the breeding program, was to breed red cows that didn't have any blemishes.
They didn't come from northern Nevada, bro. They came from Texas, did they not, Andy?
Which is bigger cow country. More breeding programs for cows.
But they got...
Sorry, were they supposed to come from a specific place, Dicelo? Were they supposed?
I don't know that part. Like, is that? I mean, you would have to defer to scripture for that, and I'm not the guy for that. But if I were to assume, like, yeah, they would probably be coming from a specific location, not from fucking Texas or some GMO factory.
It's just a cow, just a red cow. That's it. Red cow with no non-red hair on it. That's it. It doesn't have to come from a specific location or anything.
Well, I mean, I assume you know this quite. Is it actually in the Bible, or is this more of the Judeo side of things?
It's in the scripture. It's how Aaron was sanctified to be a priest, and how the congregation was cleansed in order to take on the duties of the priests in the building of the tabernacle while they were in the wilderness after they came out of Egypt.
Right. It also doesn't specify it's a heifer, not just a cow. It has to be a red heifer without blemish.
That's some demiurge shit, isn't it?
But you know what a heifer is, Rick or Doc? You know what a heifer is? Just a cow that ain't had no baby.
Call fat girls.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's not just any old cow.
Yeah, it has to be in a specific age. It has to like be before 3 years old. It has, but it's just a red female cow.
That's never had that's not had given birth to a cow. A cow hasn't done had a little one. A heifer's like a virgin.
Yeah, but people on here ain't gonna know the difference between what a cow is. They think cow, they think bull or heifer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in the Bible it specifies. That was the question. Does it specify? And it does. It's really specific.
Yeah, a red cow. Yeah, but supposedly they're gonna do that whole thing this Passover.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Where'd you hear that from?
Well, they have like some official posting saying like, no, we will not be doing a red heifer sacrifice and all this. Like, there's been a lot of like, no, we're not doing this. Like, turn your eyes away type of thing. And they just did they had like a mock sacrifice. Then there were assumptions that they had already done it because there were like Levite priests walking through the Temple Mount doing blessings, and they're not supposed to do that unless that sacrifice has been done. And it's actually particularly why no Jew is allowed to pray in the Temple Mount area. That's why they go to the wall, the Wailing Wall, because if they're not sanctified, they can't pray or worship or do anything on the Mount.
So I heard the rumor that they had already done that sacrifice, which I don't give a damn if they do it all according to the Bible or not. It's not going to do what they're thinking it's going to do. But hey, man, whatever. I have fun with that. Uh, that's just like
Doc,
these other. You remember
Doc,
my sister was.
Hey, your mic's pretty bad. Your mic's a little
yeah,
robot-y, Doc.
you like chopping in and out. Maybe if you drop out and come back, it might fix it. I don't know, but it just sounds awful.
All right, let's try.
Yeah, I had to chat GPT it there for you, Yahweh. You're my guy. You're my guy with the Yamacron right now. Sorry, I didn't mean that. You're supposed to be like, giving us the Bible techers. So I had to chat GPT your ass just to make sure. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't say any specific place. So we'll let you off this time.
Remember, they were just in slavery before they were given that order, so they didn't have any like specific place. Everybody just came out of Egypt. So, but I'll say red cows must have been a whole lot more common back then.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird, isn't it? I don't know. I thought the whole point of, not that I necessarily want I always seem to turn the conversation this direction. Sorry, everybody. I thought the whole point of like Jesus' sacrifice was that we didn't have to sacrifice animals anymore, or foreskins, or something. I don't know.
Every single order that they were given testified to what he was going to do when he came. So by him coming and doing all of it, that's where there's no more need to do it.
Guys. Hold on, man. We're not doing the Bible today. We're taking a day off. We went hard all week.
You're going to give yourself some life problems doing that to yourself, Jeremy.
It's Sunday.
I don't care.
I know.
And we need to take a Tuesday off or something. Plan better next week.
No.
I got 7 verses.
I mean, I don't know how we can plan conversations on an open talk, truth or channel. That's kind of crazy. But hey,
Jeremy, what do you say about Psalms? We can sing together.
In your own time.
He wants to do poetry out of Jeremy. Are we good with that?
Sunday.
Actually, if Rick comes back, it's probably Monday, right? Where he is.
The guy from the future.
Any Australians around?
Blaming the line.
Oh yeah.
I love to hear the religious people in here sing the Psalms authentically. Like,
stop it.
Performance. Really no.
Up there.
the more control the chat gets, the more dies.
It will be good, man. Like we did the Bible every day last week. We gotta take some days where we don't do it. Like not everyone's into it.
No, I was not. I wasn't gearing anything there. Andy even was questioning something on something. Nothing was going there. But control on free flow conversations is going to kill the room, bro.
Yeah, but there's 1,000 other topics to talk about.
I can empathize, Yahweh.
The Bible. No one was going to that. We got a world event where a group of people is trying to sacrifice some animals. Someone questioned about their own text whether it says they don't have to sacrifice animals, and was basing a question on that. No one was getting into an exegetical analysis on religion. Nobody was. It's congruent with the current events of the world. Like, come on now.
I did have a topic though prior to Andy asking that question, but either way, it's all right.
There ain't nothing going to kill this room. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This room is well alive, and nothing's going to kill it. No fucking way. That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind the topic that Andy, or the question Andy asked, but
yeah,
the problem is when we start getting into hour-long religious debates over Christianity and all that shit. Yeah, dude. And when we do it every day, it starts getting old, bro.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to be fair to Jeremy, it does end up getting to this weird Christian on Christian hate crime or some shit that I never want it to go in that direction, but I suppose it's inevitable, isn't it?
So what topic did you guys though?
He's crazy.
Say what?
Dodo said he had a topic, so let's go with that.
Oh yeah. What's the other topic?
No, I was just asking what the most complicated color is, if anybody has ever figured that out. But
is it blue?
The color is no, it's not blue. It's close to blue, but it's not blue. It's It's a purple. It's Hans purple to be specific. And it was a pigment, a pigment that was rediscovered from the Han Dynasty, like over 1,000 years ago. And I guess they coated like all the terracotta statue warriors in this shit, and they found those statues sitting in like a pool of mercury. But when you look into that pigment and you look it up, like I guess there's some really unique attributes and properties to it that kind of defy physics itself. I'll pull it up real quick here. Hans. Cool. You're breaking up, man.
So when you said Han purple, H-A-N, something Chinese on?
Metal Mickey, stop it.
Huan, like Huan, Doc, like the Huan Dynasty.
I don't know if that's me or fucking him, but anyways, it's Hans purple, H-A-N purple, Han purple. Yeah, mic check. Am I coming through?
Yeah, you're clear. It's the other guy.
Okay. All right.
My shit don't sound right, does it? Still breaking up here?
I mean, that sounded clear. That sounded clear, but whatever you said before that didn't come through. Anyways, it says when it's entering a state of extremely low temperatures, it behaves like a two-dimensional magnet. So, anyways. Hey, Doc, you want to say something?
I'm all right. I was just thinking about some things, but I'm sure I'll jump back in there in a minute.
You're well button again.
I don't doubt it. It's not a good day today. As far as signal-wise, anyway.
Not that I want
Hey,
to
I'll bring up something random. MC Toon messaged me. He wants to do a show here. What do you guys? Any feedback on what? I mean, last time he was here, I guess he's been here. Well, I mean, maybe over the years, like I think maybe twice he just popped up on his own and he was streaming on his thing. He came in here. And then maybe like one or two other times he did DM me. Like before they did their Antarctica thing, we did kind of set it up. So I guess maybe he's been here a total of 4 or 5 times. And actually, the first times he was here, he was pretty cordial and civil because he kind of knows, in terms of this live stream here and all that. But the last one definitely got pretty, like he does, pretty not cordial. So
yeah, feel free to bring him.
He's going to even be more though. Just civil.
Well, he just messaged me, so I'm just kind of thought I'd see if you guys have any feedback, whether I think we should have him here.
I wouldn't mind seeing him. I'd like to ask him a few questions for sure.
I think it'd be good for server Geo, to be honest. I mean, as much as I don't really want to listen to him condescending to everybody and being patronising towards, oh, you silly flat earthers, when he does all that shit.
We can put him in his place.
But I mean, it's good for the server, isn't it? Gets eyes on it, gets ears on it.
What do you think, Gio? Are you somewhat hesitant?
Oh, I'm always somewhat hesitant with him. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I tried reaching out to him through direct message.
Like they say, publicity is good publicity.
It'd be interesting to see what he presents.
What were you saying, Eden?
Oh yeah. Thank you. I reached out to him via DM after he blocked me on YouTube, and it didn't go very far. He was pretty negative.
Was there a specific topic that he was trying to talk about?
No, he didn't say that in the DM. My guess is, he always wants to debate people, so he wants to get a whole room where he can debate and make a show and, do what he does, I guess. So yeah, I mean,
I guess if you're asking my opinion, it seems like you're asking the room. I mean, I would say it's dependent upon the topic, personally. Like if he wants to talk about something that I'm not really interested in and be like, I got you moment, and the flat earthers don't have any answers, and not really interested in hearing that. Hey Doc, can you go on mute unless you got something to say, bro? I've already moved you to the hot mic room twice. Then yeah, it just doesn't seem very productive. I'm sure it's productive for him to get ratings, a topic to stream about for his viewership, but
well, the only time he's come here that there was a topic was before they went to Antarctica, where he wanted to ask about tests or whatever, and ask really what he was doing was trying to get flat earthers to either agree or disagree with his test, so that when he went and did them, he could say, hey, you guys said it was fine, you said these tests were good, kind of vibe. But that was before the Antarctica thing. That was the only time he's had an actual topic. Seems like the other times he's come, it's just sort of the open panel, debate him, globe earth, flat earth kind of debate thing. And either asking questions or debating things, and he'll go like he does, back and forth with one person for 10-15 minutes, and then another person goes. So he didn't say any topic, but I'm guessing it's just going to be kind of open debate. And he definitely he wants his super chats, he wants to hype it up. It's a lot just for him to get a show and to get flat earthers to talk to. It seems like it's kind of a lot of his thing with it, and so he can run a show, get his views, make his super chats, and kind of thing. Which is it's like contributing to that. I don't like to call people. I really don't like to call people grifters. I don't get into that game, but he's clearly attaching to this community that he is opposing and then trying to make a bunch of money off it. So it is the definition of grifting. But and if we have him here, it's contributing to his sick addiction that he has going on.
Delinquency, yeah.
Yeah, he does have some incentive. You're right. Financial incentive.
But like Andy said, it does bring some of his subscribers. Like usually when he does it here, there'll be 60, 70 people in VC and kind of a thing. So, and I know I noticed his people. They'll be his. Since he's doing it here, some of his subscribers will have are not even on the server here, so then they'll join just for that show, and then maybe they stay after or whatever. So, I guess on that level, it probably does give a little bit more, just his viewership, I guess. I don't know how many of those are going to actually be on the server or contribute or anything, but could be a few. I think every time he comes here, there's probably always a few that end up staying, longer term. But it's not really, to me, it's not like some kind of numbers game, or I'm not making any money on this or something. So it's not like I'm he is, so he is looking to do that, but it's not my agenda in this. So that's not. Although if more people join and want to contribute to conversations, there could be something to that, just getting a little bit more coverage or more accessibility to people who may have not known that we're here, I guess. So in that way, I guess there could be a silver lining.
I think there's other avenues if that's what your main, point to accepting that would be. I think there's other ways to go about that. I wouldn't rely on him for that. I think even Witsit said that he could possibly link your, Discord channel to his YouTube. So I don't know, man.
Personally, I would make him apologize to all the flat earthers before he even got a chance to speak. Right?
That's an interesting idea. Yeah.
He's going to full apology on his YouTube channel as a Christian.
He needs to get down on his knees, though.
Well, if you want to write something up and DM it to me, I could consider saying, hey, well, if you want to, one of our, someone mentioned it. If you want, I'd have to double read it and see if I would want to. But if that would be kind of an interesting approach. If
you want to, said, get down on your knees and apologize.
On his YouTube channel, make it a stream too. He's got to make sure that everyone on his channel is seeing him publicly apologize for being so rude.
I think he probably will just say he won't. I doubt he'll do that. I don't think he's that desperate to come here, but he'll actually face all of his wrongdoings.
Right?
Well, you could say that for the the FED crew as well. Should they get on the knees? The thing is, it keeps kicking the can down the road. That's the only thing that puts me off about it. It descends into a debate, which is not really useful. Unless you like drama, of course. And there's plenty of people out there that love the drama. So for those people, yeah, I suppose it's useful. I won't get too much about it. But I would ask him a question though, just mostly on his observations, and the TFE with the sunspots and that. So I thought that was kind of interesting what he did with his viewers, where they all posted their own sort of images from their location. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm tentative every time he's asked to come here, so, and that's kind of why I brought it up. I'm just sort of torn on it, yeah, because what we're discussing is kind of in one way I don't really want to support and promote that type of thing, what he does, and then being kind of hosting him in that way, just from what he has done. But people are multi-level people, he has been pretty cordial and chill at times, he is arguably knowledgeable on the topic overall, and has had his channel going for years, so.
If it was going to be something like FED or Witsit, somebody who's got like, you know, a flat Earth channel debating against him on this platform, like as a neutral server, then I think that would be pretty cool. But I mean, for him just to come in here, showcase us as and portray us in a bad light, all for his viewership and profitability, and then just I don't know, it seems like it contradicts what the server's all about.
Well, I mean, if he could, this is a big ask. If he could refrain from doing that, Dicelo, then I mean, he makes exactly what the welcome says, right? People, I can't remember what the welcome says, but I'm sure it says something about talking about cosmology, different ideas. Well, this is not different ideas, but he'd still be talking about cosmology. So it's just as I said before, the patronizing sort of attitude. It's a bit
antagonizing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one of the last ones he did here. He did one. Well, that was the Antarctica one, and he put the continent on the thumbnail. He's got the Antarctica continent, and then next to that, he put our logo, or put the Earth Awakening logo with like an ice ring around the outside of it with the logo, and then it says the bonus experiments, and it says Flurf predictions. That's what he put on that one. So I wasn't too happy the fact he put Flurf predictions with our logo with an ice ring around it. But
yeah, he loves it. He's like the opposite end of the spectrum from QE. It's the same. It's no different. In fact, I'd argue he's nowhere near as bad as QE. So
yeah, I mean, in terms of conduct, I know if you want to kind of relate them to the Oakley and QE, yeah, I mean, in terms of the conduct thing, the conduct side of it. I mean, maybe MC2 is a little bit more doing a different form of like ridicule and trying to make money off of this, like actual textbook grifting versus, I mean, I guess some would say about Oakley and QE, but I mean, they have a panel that they're actually discussing the topic more in that way. But yeah, I mean, there's some comparability in terms of the conduct side. And those guys Oakley and QE have been here, so